Hey y'all. I was just sitting here thinking because we all have a lot of things going on. We all have tests and trials. But I'm sure everyone has heard the saying, tests and trials come to make you strong. Um, I think a lot of us, and I say us as people in general, we seem to want God to give us certain things. We want to be specific. We want God to give us a man, give us a husband, give us a house, give us a car. We want God to give us so much. We just want to keep receiving and receiving and receiving and receiving. But if you don't give anything, what makes you think that you can receive? Um, a lot of people have the mentality where even if they have something to help someone else out, they decide to keep the little bit that they do have instead of trying to help another person out. So the seeds that we sow, God is looking at the seeds that we sow, especially if you only have, let's say you only have, what you got? Let's see what you got. What you got? You have a plethora of cotton. Okay, so you have a whole lot of cotton. All you have and all you own is cotton. Okay, you're in need of a house, you're in need of a car, you're in need of all these things, but the only possession that you have is cotton. Okay, so if all you have is cotton and there's all this need out there for other people, and you're not helping anyone, you're not trying to give out cotton, you're not doing anything with your cotton, you just saving it because it's all you got, it's your precious, and you don't want to give it up. Okay, so the precious and the things that we have that we don't want to give up, God is telling us not to be selfish. Not to be selfish with the things that we have, because if we took the time to give, half the stuff we have we don't even need. First of all, half the stuff we have we don't need. So God is just sitting there like, you're holding up your blessings by keeping a little bit that you have. If you were to go and help somebody else out, maybe God will return it back unto you. Double fold, triple fold, 1,000-fold, 100-fold, whatever it is that you want. You have to reach out to someone else and you have to give, because it goes out into the atmosphere, it goes out into the universe, and you can't expect to receive if you don't give. And giving does not include only money. A lot of people think, oh, well, I don't have anything to give. All I got is a $10 bill. This is all I got in my name, a $10 bill. Well, it's not about your money. It's not always going to be about your money. You can have a nice car, a nice house, all this money, but you can be lacking something else. So what you do to others, do unto others as you want to be done unto you. If you have something that you can help someone else out, help someone else out. It doesn't always have to be a charge for everything. Everything does not have to have a fee. Some of you are sitting out there just sitting on your blessings. You may have a washer and dryer that you don't need. You may have an extra washer and dryer, and then there could be somebody just needing a washer and dryer. That washer and dryer could be your blessing. Why don't you give that washer and dryer to someone in need and watch it come back around to you? Not the washing machine. It may come back to you in a car. It may come back to you in groceries. Whatever you need, you have to believe God and ask Him for it. Not only do you have to ask Him for it, you have to speak it. You have to speak life, and that's what a lot of people aren't doing. If you're not going to speak life, then why are you talking? That's how I feel. If you're not going to speak life into someone else's life, into anybody, into your life, then why are you talking? Because a lot of people are spreading nothing but negativity and bad energy. I know that they're saying, if you don't have anything good, then don't say it. And I believe that wholeheartedly, because the power is in your tongue. So If you walking around saying, oh man, today gonna be a bad day, or I'm tired already. I'm so tired. I just don't know how I'm gonna make it. God, how I'm gonna make it. Oh God, I'm lonely. What am I gonna do? The power is in the tongue. And once we realize what our true power is, the power that God has given us, we can be unstoppable. We can have anything. There's no reason for people that say that they believe God, for people of God, to lack anything whatsoever. If you're lacking something, you definitely need to go to God. You need to go to Him in prayer. You need to go to Him in praise. You need to go to Him in worship. You need to keep your mind on Him. Keep your focus on God, and He will give you what you need. Going out into the world and trying to do everything on our own is not going to help you do anything correctly. If it's not God's way, it's not the right way. And it's not about religion. It's not about religion at all, because at the end of the day, if your soul is not right with God, we already know what's going to happen. God's not going to look at, oh, well, they were a Christian, or they were a Muslim, or they were this and that. God is God. He's always going to be God. So, do unto others as you want someone to do unto you. Love. That unconditional thing, that godly love that we are all supposed to have. But it seems like we all just decide when we want to give love to people, how we want to treat others. We want to be biased and make judgments about people. But he without sin cast the first stone. Instead of talking about people, why don't we try to help people? When's the last time you went up to someone and gave them a compliment, or gave them a hug, or said, hey, is there something that you need? Hey, how are you doing? A lot of people are just sitting there holding a grudge about something that probably didn't even matter. But for what? I know it switched subjects a little bit, but it's just something telling me to talk about this. Because love is one of those things that you have to have in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. So if you don't have love in your giving, how are you supposed to be receiving? If you don't give in love, you're not going to receive in love. And in all actuality, love is not a feeling. Love is not an emotion that just springs from the heart and we just get butterflies. That's not love. That's not love at all. When Jesus died on the cross, you think he had that lovey-dovey butterfly feeling inside of him? I don't think so. Love is a choice. Love is a decision that you have to make internally. Okay? So, give. I hear people talking about the 10%. The 10% that we're supposed to give in tithes. Okay? God is asking for 10%. So with this 10%, let's say you're giving your tithes. That's a form of giving. If you're constantly giving, then sure enough, you're going to be receiving. Okay? It doesn't matter what it is. The divine laws of giving and receiving, you have to give in order to receive. You can't just receive and receive and receive and receive and receive and receive, because if you keep receiving and you do not give, that's going to be a problem. And then you're going to be in a position where you're lacking. And now that you're lacking, he's just crying like, oh God, what am I doing wrong? God, why am I in this position? I don't know if I'm going to make it. Things are so tough. Things are so rough. But guess what? You got to speak life. You can't just sit here and speak negativity. You can't keep speaking doubt. You can't keep doing the things that you've been doing over and over and over. Many of us, we go by doing things from us being familiar. Familiar spirits, things of that nature, the things that we do out of habit because we've always done it that way. But when we do things the way we've always done it, we seem to get the same results. So, in order to do something, to receive something that you've never received before, there's a high chance that we should probably do something that we've never done. We should probably pray more. We should probably talk to God more. We should probably lay in his presence and bask in the ambience of the Lord. We should probably love one another. Maybe we shouldn't talk about each other. Maybe we should pray for each other. There's a lot of things that we can do to change our lives. If you're in need of finances, or if you feel like you have too many things going on and you don't have enough time, there's no such thing as we need more time, because everyone gets the same exact 24 hours in a day. There are successful people, and then you have people who aren't as successful. And you have some people that are just barely making it. And if we're all created equally, why are there so many differences between us? Which is something that makes you think about it. Surround yourself with people that are where you already want to be. If you want to be successful in business, then maybe you should surround yourself with business-minded people. You know, if there's something that you want to do, you need to be around like-minded people. Because if you're around people that disagree with what you want to do, then you're pretty much going to be SOL. Because those people aren't going to take you where you want to go. They're not going to be able to push you, to give you the motivation to keep moving, to keep pressing, to keep going, to do the things that you want to do to reach your goals. Sometimes the people that we hang around are the very people that we need to let go of. And sometimes the reason why we are in lack is because we're around people that have lack. Okay? There's so many different things that can be changed in our lifestyle that can better our lives and make us a lot more successful. If time is a big issue and a big deal for you, then wake up earlier. If you really want to lose weight, but you don't have time to do it, then wake up earlier. Wake up earlier and go work out. If you can't leave the house, then do a home workout. Do a workout at home so that you can still get your workout in, you can still lose weight, and then you still have time to do whatever it is that you need to get done that you can't normally do, that you don't normally have time to do throughout the day. The early bird gets the worm. So if you're waking up an hour or 30 minutes before it's time for you to be to work or whatever you got to do to start your day off, then you're already lacking. You're already behind. Preparation is key for everything, for all parts of life. So if you're not preparing, you're failing. If you're not preparing, you're failing. If you have goals that you want to achieve, write them down. Write down how you're going to achieve your goals. And stick to it. Stick to it and don't procrastinate. I know I'm pretty much ranting, which is not something that I wanted to do. I'm already at 16 minutes, but I hope this helps you guys in some way, form, or fashion. And have a blessed night.